Hi friends, it's Lisa Hetrick, illustrator for Gina K Designs, and I'm so grateful you could join me today. I have a brand new stamp set to share. Let's dive in and take a look. Okay friends, here is the stamp set, Always Thinking of You. This is a fun builder stamp set. I'm really excited about this, can you tell? This is a fun builder stamp set. And it's got lots of possibilities for creating a more colorful life on your cards. I have, here's the stamp set, and here is the coordinating die set. You can purchase the stamp set by itself or purchase the stamp and the die as a bundle. That's super fun. Let's dive in. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the stamps and take a peek, and I'm going to walk you through them and talk a little bit about them. Okay, this stamp set is a paintbrush builder. Okay, so we've got a paintbrush. I've got the wood grain stamp that you can two-step stamp into the paintbrush element. And I've got this little bit of, I guess you could call it like a chip brush. If you've ever seen a chip brush where the paintbrush is really kind of flowy, or any other kind of paintbrush is really flowy. Except I made this to kind of look like grass so that we had the ability to make this paintbrush be a super fun floral and botanical vessel, okay? And then I've got this little handle so you can stamp all these elements together to create the whole paintbrush. I've got another big swoosh here, and I'm going to share in the card samples some ideas for using this swoosh. I introduced this watercolorish like look in my holiday release with the swan. It was part of her feathers. So now I'm introducing it here to kind of go along and coordinate with the paintbrush to create our colorful cards. Okay, I've got 3 sentiments here, 3 really fun sentiments. Wishing you a colorful day, always thinking of you, and be true to yourself. And this element here that does have a coordinating die, so this banner die element, and the sentiments fit inside. So you can stamp that banner element in a lighter stamp color, lighter ink color, and you can stamp over top of it, which makes it kind of fun. We've got some botanicals here. I've got lots of botanicals to create that blooming paintbrush. We've got a 2-step stamping here. I have this big honkin' flower, and this flower, friends, I'm kind of teeing up this flower for lots of different possibilities. So technically this flower looks a little bit like a camellia flower or a magnolia flower, but like most of the flowers in my collection, I really like them to be just blooms and graphic blooms that you can 2-step stamp into, or you can color. But this stamp, this flower, we change up our colors. I'm kind of sharing a little hint of some things that we might be coming up this holiday season. Sharing a little hint here, you can change up the colors of this flower and really kind of make it look like a Christmas flower. So super fun. I'm going to talk about this in a minute because this is just so much fun. I've got botanical leaves. These don't 2-step stamp. So we have an open line version and a solid version to create some really interesting contrast on your cards. Another piece of leafery botanical, and then 3 solid botanical pieces that can be used as filler elements. Now this little floral element here, graphic flowers, I'm calling them pinwheel flowers because you can stamp these elements and their centers to kind of create this really fun pinwheel element. Now on the die set, there is a die that will cut out each one of the elements so you could layer them together. There's botanical layers. Here's all the botanical dies. Here's the big honkin' die for the flower. And here are the 2 dies that coordinate with the paintbrush and the grass part of the paintbrush. Okay, so these pinwheel flowers are super fun. They're also great for building backgrounds. And I didn't do a card that I'm going to share with you tonight that was a backgrounder card or a pattern card. because I'm saving that for an upcoming tutorial. Okay, friends, we're going to dive in and take a look at the inspiration for the card projects. I think this card might be my favorite, so I'm just going to lead with it. So I did those pinwheel flowers and did all of my two-step stamping with the paintbrush and the paintbrush piece. And we've got some botanicals in here, but look at that really fun swoosh in the background and topping it off with wishing you a colorful day. And I basically just use the die, which is really fun because you can use the stamp and the die together, or just use this die, cut it out on your favorite cardstock or right over your sentiment and just cut. It's just super fun. Okay. All right, I love this card too. So here is that big honkin' flower. I've got all of my botanicals kind of popping out. Here is that banner die with the sentiment, the banner stamp with the die and the sentiment. And I use the centers. I love the centers of this set. So here are the center pieces. This will go on the outer edge of this, and it's perfect for these pinwheel dies. Also perfect for the center of this flower. But the beauty of it is that you can use it as a little backgrounder piece on your project. So the stamps are still the star of the show. And if you don't want to add embellishments, these kind of stamps really make a fun embellishment. Okay, here are those pinwheel flowers and that huge swoosh that really kind of gives you that watercolor feel. You know me, I'm a watercolor artist. I love watercolor. And I'm always looking for ways to integrate that look of watercolor in our card projects. So this was the way that I'm doing it this month. So here's that big swoosh. It really does feel like whoosh, a big paintbrush, like we took the stamp set and the paintbrush and built it and went swoosh right across our paper, added those pinwheel flowers, and just kind of pulled it all together in this really centering element here. Love this card. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, the grass in the paintbrush as the paintbrush builder. Here it is. I've built it out and stamped it between grass green and jelly bean green in order for us to get that layered look of grass, adding some botanicals coming out of it, that little pinwheel flower. And this is just a super simple, sweet, easygoing card. One of the really fun things that I discovered with this set is that even though there's so many different elements and builder elements, you can really just grab some inks, grab your stamp blocks, grab the stamps, build cards that are super simple and clean just with your stamps. So, and not that you can't do that with a lot of my sets, but I just really tried to hone in on doing that with this stamp set, just so that we can see all of our possibilities, and I'm really loving it. Okay, here is another fun card where I've got two swooshes going in two different directions, and I've got some botanicals flying out, and we've got the top of the paintbrush with our little bit of grass, so that the paintbrush is kind of like the vessel for the flowers, which is another super fun way. Okay. What I was talking about with that super clean, super simple look, this is what I'm talking about. I just used a little bit of sweet mango and a little bit of our innocent pink, did that swash, nested that floral right there. I actually had watercolored a couple florals, but then I was like, let me just go ahead and stamp this in some passionate pink and drop it right on here. Let's take a look at it. Really clean and simple. Just love, love, love that idea. Okay, friends, like as with all of my stamp sets, I do have a brand new card idea sheet with 8 card ideas for always thinking of you. I've made some of the cards to kind of show you. This is one of the cards that we're going to do in an upcoming tutorial, but look at how fun that swoosh is with the paintbrush, and the tail end of the swoosh fits perfectly in proportion with the paintbrush builder. And I just love that. Just love that. Okay, friends, I am super excited for this stamp set. Let's just take another quick look at the stamp set before we say our goodbyes this evening. We've got the stamp set and the coordinating die set. Always Thinking of You, super fun. Available now at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New section. Again, this set is a little something different from me, but not really, right? We've got botanicals and flowers, and we've got a big honking vessel of some sort. But I really, really thought that the paintbrush builder, would be a really, really fun idea. Okay, and I've got so many fun ideas to share in our tutorials, our upcoming tutorials in November-ish for holiday ideas. And I'm just going to say that this little paintbrush with that sweet magnolia flower on it makes a really fun holiday ornament. Yeet! Okay, friends, thanks so much for allowing me to come into your homes tonight to be super excited and share my brand new stamp set, Always Thinking of You. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everyone. Sit back, relax. This release party is super fun. So many great stamp sets tonight. Can't wait to see what everyone creates with all of the beauty that's coming out tonight. I will be going live this Thursday on my YouTube channel and Facebook at 11:30. I will also be sharing the brand new card idea sheet in the Gina K Facebook group, so no worries. And you can also grab it right now on my website at indigojadeart.com, and then you'll click on freebies and there it'll be. Let's take another look at all the inspiration I shared for this brand new stamp set called Always Thinking of You. It's available now in the What's New section at GinaKDesigns.com. Thanks so much for watching. Please consider sharing the joy by liking this video and subscribing to this channel. And you can watch more card and watercolor tutorials here. Thanks so much. Bye.